Hey everybody, today we are going to be making Stars in Jars, and this is from a poetry book by Chrissy Gittens. It's got some great poems in there, and I thought, what would be a great idea, but let's get our own Stars in Jars. So what you're going to need is any size jar that you can find. The little mason jar is what I used, and I also did some glitter on the lid. So you're going to need your jar, you're going to need some water and some food coloring, some glitter of course, some glue, and a nice shiny silver pipe cleaner. That's just for decoration on top. And then choose your color of what color you want your stars to be floating in. So if you want a nice blue sky, which is what I did with mine, I used some turquoise thing. You're also going to need a whole bunch of cotton balls. So the cotton balls are going to serve as kind of your clouds in the sky. Alright, so first we're going to take our lid. We want to go ahead and paint that up with whatever color top that you want to do with your lid. You just paint your lid. And you want to do this first so you can let that dry, so when you're getting ready to put it on top, you have a nice dry lid already set up. Now when you're using the food coloring in the water, you can see I have one already made. You don't need to put more than maybe a couple drops, depending on how dark you want it, because if you put too many in there, you won't be able to see your sky. Alright, so we have our lid nice and painted. We're just going to sit that over there, let that dry. Okay, so while that's drying, you want to go ahead and get your water started. And again, you need some little food coloring, a couple drops. I did 2. And 2 makes kind of a light color. Now when you start, get your nice empty jar. You're going to start with simple steps. Take your handful of cotton balls. You're going to need a whole bunch of them, so depending on your size of your jar. And you're just going to want to shred them up into little like pieces like that and dump them in the jar. So you're shredding, and then after you get kind of a little layer at the bottom, okay? And again, I always have a popsicle stick ready because you never know if you need to kind of push that down in there, right? Okay. Take your glitter. I use silver. Some folks like some glitter that is all different colors. So it's your stars and jars. Put the little glitter in there. And then you're going to take your water and pour it in there. So once you get that in there, use that popsicle stick and just kind of swirl it around in there. Now if you want the sky to be darker, you can always add more food coloring, but I like to start it off light because you can always add more, you can't take away. So once you start that, you're going to do the same exact thing again. Shred that cotton up a little bit, put it in there, glitter, and then the water. Okay, so once we have our jar pretty much all the way filled up, I'm going to do my last little layer. Again, just pull apart the cotton, stick it right on top. I'll put a little bit more of our glitter. And a little bit more of our water. So once you have all that done, it's pretty much full to the top, check and see if your lid is dry. A little bit of flair to it. Take your glue and just write out the letter of your name or whatever. Just kind of sprinkle it to where you're covering the glue. So whatever you want to put on top. Once it dries, you can just kind of wipe off the rest of the little glue and just tap it. Okay, so once you've got that done, you can shake it up. You can see all those little stars in your jar. I'm going to take this pipe cleaner and just wrap it around the top of it like this. Get this out of the way. And then you just twist it a few times around. Take the ending, you can leave it like this if you wanted to. Just kind of a neat thing. Or I like to just kind of turn mine into a little heart. You bend it in half on both sides, and it'll make a little heart. Let's see if I can get it to where it'll stay for you to see. And then there you have it. You have your stars and jars. And again, it's a great way to kind of have something to hold in your hand while you're reading this awesome book called Stars and Jars.